Welcome to Thone's Nibbles, number 14. Matthew 14, walking on water. This comes from chapter 14, verses 22 through 36. Immediately Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. Now when evening came, he was alone there, but the boat was now in the middle of the sea, tossed by the waves. For the wind was contrary. Now in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went to them, walking on the sea. And when his disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a ghost!" And they cried out for fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Be of good cheer. It is I. Do not be afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come down out of the boat and come to you on the water." So he said, "Come." And when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink. He cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased. Then those who were in the boat came and worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." When they had crossed over, they came to the land of Gennesaret, and when the men of that place recognized him, they sent out into all that was surrounding region, brought to him all who were sick, and begged him that they might only touch the hem of his garment. And as many as touched it were made perfectly well. So we have here kind of an interesting situation. There are acts of fear, acts of fact, and acts of worship, which all happen here. Why is this in the Bible? It's there because it reports three factual events of miracles. The walking on the water by Jesus, the walking on the water by Peter, and then the wind stopping as soon as he got into the boat. It's written to who? Jesus' disciples. They were the only ones that were there. Communication. This is an actual event, not a parable pointing to Christ's divinity. So, I mean, there were parables which Jesus then explained how they were related to what he did. But this was an actual event that happened to him and 12 other people in the middle of the Lake of Gennesaret, the sea of, It's not so important the where, but the what. But the fact is, the important thing is it's a real event. The Sea of Galilee was well known for such storms. So having the Sea of Galilee suddenly become boisterous and cause trouble was not surprising. The surprising things were Jesus walked on the water to get to the boat. Peter was so amazed by that he asked to walk on the water too. Jesus said, "Sure, do it." And he did. And then when he got fear, he lost that ability. And then, not so emphasized here, but also a miracle, was that as soon as they all got back in the boat, the lake became calm again. Application to my life. If God is leading me towards an impossible situation, I should not fear. Impossible situation. Peter, a mere mortal walking on water. He initially did not fear and was able to do it, but then he became fearful and could no longer do it. What's the message from God to me? I should not fear. And my personal response is, Lord, I believe anything is possible through you. So that completes nibble number 14. And we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.